Hello viewers, welcome once again to Family Vibe TV. I'm Okeko Bisonfedan, I'm your companion and I'm also your host. With me on set again is Barrister Mike of J.O. Chambers. And we'll be treating today a hot one, marital rape. Marital rape. We've had gossips around the corner and also some real case. People complain, not case anywhere. Where women complain that we are raped within marriage. We want to know how that is possible. So that is why we've engaged the services of our legal team, J.O. Chambers, and Barrister Mike will be doing justice to that. So we'll be handing over to him to introduce himself and start the topic immediately. Over to you, Barrister Mike.
Welcome viewers, my name is Barrister Mike from Dr. J.O. Chambers. We're here today to talk about marital rape. Marital rape, like the convener said, is a trending issue in today's society, in our marriages, in our families. Marital rape, let me just first of all take the word rape. Like we know, rape means having a carnal knowledge with somebody without that person's consent. Having a sexual intercourse with somebody without that person's consent. So when it happens in marriage, we call it marital rape. Where a husband or a wife, we have unconsented and forceful sexual intercourse with the other spouse. That is marital rape. And some people may be asking, is it legal? Is it right? Is there anything like marital rape? Can the woman complain that her husband rapes her? Or can the husband complain that he was raped by the wife, considering the marriage union between the parties? Well, it's unfortunate that in our law, there is nothing like marital rape. And it is a basic principle of law that you cannot punish somebody for an offense that is not created by a known law or a statute, and then the punishment prescribed in that law. So since there is no law covering marital rape, there is no provision in our criminal jurisprudence that recognizes marital rape. In fact, the near provision we have in our criminal code and penal code is the one that says that a husband cannot be held liable for for rape once the marriage is still subsisting. So as long as a man is married to a wife, you cannot accuse him of having a marital rape. You cannot accuse the wife of forcing herself on the husband or the husband of forcing herself on the wife. So basically speaking, legally speaking, there is nothing like a marital rape. But it is a problem we see every day, we hear every day in our society. Thank you.
Okay, Doc, I want to kind of introduce a scenario here so that we'll be a little bit practical. Now, if a woman comes and shows proof of forceful intimacy, wounds where wounds should not be, are you trying to tell us that such a thing should not be looked into, or as in, because the viewers will be having issues with data communication, that's something like that, when in the real sense women are complaining about this kind of thing?
Thank you. Like I said, this is a problem we have in our society, in our families. But legally speaking, that is, as far as the law is concerned, it's a problem. Maybe our legislature will have to look into that. But for now, like I said before, you cannot punish somebody. Every crime that you see people commit and they are punished for that crime or that offense, there must be a provision in a written law concerning that offense. For instance, you cannot punish somebody for adultery, because there's no offense called adultery in our law. So, like this marital rape, I believe with you that it is something that lives with us.
Okay.
Yes, men are victims and women are equally victims, but let me just say that there are more women victims than men victims of marital rape.
Okay.
Now, it is not as if it is right because the law does not define it or make any provision for its punishment. It is wrong.
Okay.
Sexual intercourse, even if outside marriage, have to be by consent of the parties. So once that consent is not there, one of my friends will say the thing is not even enjoyable when the consent is not there. So when the consent is not there, there shouldn't be any sexual intercourse. Now let's come back to the issue of in the marriage setting. Now we know we are Africans, and in this part of the country we are Igbos.
Okay.
There is a way an African society views the fact that a man needs sex, and then the wife, for whatever reason, denies him that sex. And again, there is a way the society looks at a woman who will come out to complain that my husband rapes me. In some culture, it is abomination. Who authorized you to say that? So this problem has been with us, but it is regrettable. Let me use that word. It's regrettable that a woman cannot go to court now and sue the wife and sue the husband that the offense is that my husband rapes me. He cannot prove it in court because first of all you must establish the fact that this offense is committed under section so and so of so and so law, punishable by.
Okay.
So how can the police cannot draft a charge? They can draft a charge, maybe violence, domestic violence,
Okay.
and charge the man under the domestic violence. The woman may not allege that the husband beats her, but she cannot bring that issue of he beat me because I refused to consent to sexual intercourse, maybe for 1 night or 2 nights. She cannot bring that aspect in that charge of domestic violence. That is why most domestic violence we see that goes to court or succeed in court. We know that rape, marital rape, forms part of those violence, but you don't see them coming out in clear terms.
Okay.
In those charges. You can charge a man or a woman for domestic violence, beating, other things. But once it's about rape, you cannot get any justice at the court, legally speaking.
Wow.
Or it's just on moral ground that will tell people that, or tell couple that it is not good to force yourself on your spouse, on moral ground.
So which means since there is no legal solution, we can have possible moral solution to such.
Yes, maybe our churches, our religious leaders may come in, and then our common sense also. We tell you that body no be wood, like you used to say. And if body no be wood, you probably know that not only your body, but another person's body, especially your spouse's body, is not a wood. But when the person is not ready for today, you may leave it for another day. Because let me just say it, one of my there is a case we did some time ago in Port Harcourt. It's a murder case that was turned to later committed to manslaughter by the Ministry of Justice, Port Harcourt. The story that went to court, the facts of the case that went to court, because there are other things people believe happened in the background that we are not seized with the facts. So, but what the story that went to court was that the man said one night he wants to go out, and then the wife says, "You cannot go. We must have sex tonight." And the man said, "No. We had sex on when that thing happened on a Friday night. We had sex on Wednesday. We had on Friday. And we have on Wednesday, on Thursday. Today is Friday. I want to rest. And meanwhile, I'm not feeling fine." The woman said, "No. We have two children. I want to have the third wife. We must have sex tonight before you go out." And the woman stood by the door. And according to the man, he now pushed the woman away so that he will have his way to go out. The woman fell down and hit her head on the pavement.
Wow.
And then when she got up, he helped her, took her to their bedroom. The woman slept. He went out. On coming back, according to the story, I'm saying the story that went to court. He now met the wife dead on the bed. It happened that when she fell down, she had internal bleeding without them knowing it. The man is now in prison, starting life jail term.
Life jail term.
Yes. So you see it. So now, if the man has raised the issue of marital rape, nobody will listen to him. And some will say, why not go in and give in to the wife at least 5 minutes? Or some are saying the man said he's tired, so the woman should have left the man. Maybe she'll be living today and the man will be out today. So that is some of the problems this one is life story now that I'm telling you.
Wow.
So you now see the man was running away, presumably running away from marital rape and entered into life
imprisonment.
Okay,
in summary, what moral solutions apart from these few you said so far, other ones you can give to our viewers on how to resolve issue of marital rape since there's no legal solution to that?
The moral solution is for people to have self-control.
Okay.
For people to have self-control. Yes, there is nothing. Our appetite needs to be satisfied at any point in time.
Okay.
But it is a man or a woman that has self-control that will say, this is what I want. This is what I want. All things are good, but all things are not profitable.
Okay.
So all things are good, but all things are not profitable.
Okay.
So sex is good, but once the other party says, I don't want it today, I don't want it now, common sense suggests that the other party will understand, so that there will be life and freedom, so that somebody will not end up in the grave while the other party will be in prison.
It's okay. Yeah.
I will equally suggest that let me put it to these women they call feminists.
Okay.
These women that are championing women emancipation and women rights. Let them champion it too. There are some women in the National Assembly,
Okay.
House of Representatives, the Senate.
Okay.
Let them champion it to their agenda, so that they will make a law that will recognize marital rape as an offense in Nigeria.
Okay.
It's not about increasing the salary of the senators and the House of Representatives.
Okay.
It's not about championing the cause of man and the wife will be equal in the family. Let them also champion that cause, that marital rape will be made a law, made an offense recognized by law in Nigeria, so that it will become punishable.
Wow. Well, you heard it all. Solutions are here, consequences are here, and other things you need to know. Knowledge itself, they are also here. Take the best part of it, apply it into your life, and live a factor consequence-free life. Thank you for being with us. Till we meet again, I'm still your good self, Ferdinand. Thank you.